What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video. We were in season 2 of My Hero Academia. Yep. It was only a couple of days ago when I reviewed season 1. Took me longer, not because of the length of episodes, because I kind of forgot to watch it for most of the days. But yeah, I've been doing my best to binge watch it. Been binging it since yesterday. Okay, I was binging it since yesterday, Friday morning. Since I got up Friday, I've been binging it. Since I didn't go downstairs for a reason. So that actually helped the time. But season 3 may take longer. Mainly because it's about the same amount of episodes, but I won't have much time these weeks. So it's going to be a little more longer than season 2. Yeah. Season 2 episodes is bumped up. It was originally 13, but now gone by episodes. Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, I'll let you know some issue happened with one episode on the DVD. Yeah, I've been watching on DVD because I PlayStation can't play Blu-rays right now. I do have seasons 1 to 3 on Blu-ray. I'm planning to get season 4 and then season 5. So I complete my Blu-ray collection of My Hero Academia. One of those confusing me. Why do we say Jujutsu Kaisen Zero on DVD and Blu-ray? If Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Part 1 is just available on Blu-ray. The same with Demon Slayer. Why was the movie released on Blu-ray and DVD, but both parts of Season 1 released on Blu-ray only? Why? Is it because of the length? No. That confuses me. Well, they originally planned to be on DVD and Blu-ray, but got cancelled, but they couldn't reverse the traction or something. I don't know. Season 2 was just brilliant, better than Season 1. Yes, characters are more fleshed out more. And the fight sequence is amazing. I have 2 favorite fights in this entire season. Well, the second proper jump fight, the second arc. So the second arc fight was alright, really good. But nothing beats the fights of the first and third arcs of the season. So yeah, that's 3 arcs. But you know the setup season 1 had for. At the end of season 1, it was set up for the rest of season 2. But here's the thing: season 2 doesn't actually deal with that until much later on, a little bit later. It gets set up later in the first arc. With some elements happening there that causes some things for the second arc. So yeah. Now the UA, this is the first arc to be on the UA Sports Festival, which is literally takes up the first part of season, the first disc, more simply, takes up part 1 of the DVDs. See, as you know, season 1 was only released in 1 part because, again, 13 episodes. But season 2 was longer, so it was split up into 2 parts. Part 1 released first, then months later, part 2 came. I don't know how long, because it's only up to season 4, or that I started collecting them. And when season 5 came out, I waited patiently for the second part, which came out a couple of weeks ago, or months. You get it right. If you buy it on DVD and Blu-ray, just make sure, if you're interested in the story, I just want to let you know the UA Sports Festival arc is literally cost 2 discs. Around 11 episodes, I think. I think it's around 11 episodes. I'm not sure. Oh, as I said, I have an issue with one of the episodes on the DVD. Not I wouldn't play. I've been watching it in Japanese, but I'll get to that later on. It happened during the third arc, which I don't really know what it's called. Alright, UA Sports Festival arc. So the series continues where we left off. Everyone's still getting back to normal for classes. Aizawa is still a bit injured on his battle in the USJ in the last arc. So yeah. Now it's setting up the USJ arc. So Aizawa's still teaching even though he's badly injured. I actually wanted to note something I couldn't do because I forgot where his voice actor was, but the voice of Aizawa was actually pretty interesting. He voices Ibakio and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part Golden Wind. Same season as Deku's voice actor. What are the odds? But they're good characters, in my opinion. But I think I'll talk more about them when I review Part 5 of both anime and manga form. Oof. The manga one's gonna take a while, though. And you know the reason why. It doesn't have all the volumes available online or in real life, so we don't have all the chapters officially translated. Even though the Part 5 anime released years ago and finished in 2019. And they're already releasing translations of Part 6 weekly. We get a weekly format for Part 6. 23 years after its start in 2000. I think. Sorry. Right. Seeing some flashbacks of All Might. I actually want to see a new prequel spin-off. Focusing on younger All Might. His days learning to become a hero. Focusing on the teachers of Class 1. The teachers we come to know as students. Showing how they learn to become the heroes they are today. We do already have a prequel spin-off, just not in anime form. Spin-off is My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I don't know the specific point in time, but it's set years or so before the events of the first manga. It was written by different people, but it was probably by supervision by Kohei I forgot his name, okay? I hope that does get an anime adaptation soon. It needs one. Why not? Is it because they won the world competition? Most likely. I think they're waiting until the entire manga is finished and adapted before adapting my Vigilantes. That makes a lot of sense in a way, so it doesn't conflict with the story. So it may be a prequel, but so fans don't exactly get that confused with it. I remember the after. I saw announced the sports festival where a lot of pro heroes will be able to scout a lot of people. So it's their chance to be scouted and learn, and that's their chance to become pro heroes. So yeah, the UA Sports Festival was being held for a specific reason, because of the whole attack on the USJ. Especially the students this event just gets help people's mind of the attack, possibly help students go stronger in case of villain like something like that happens again. I just get most of the sports festival story, but it's pretty fun in its own right. It's long, but it shows character growth. We get more focus on a specific character who didn't really do much in the first season. I'm talking about Shoto Todoroki. He is expanded upon in this arc. He didn't really do much in season 1. He did bites, but he didn't have much dialogue. He got a little more dialogue at the end of season 1 in the USJ storyline. But they didn't focus on him much. So, I like how they focus on him more, making him a really likable character in his own right. And he does go through quite a bit of development for the entirety. He kind of picks a fight with Deku, for a reason. Mainly because he's close to All Might. And Todoroki has something to prove. And we'll learn why a little bit later. Who's followed as the number 2 hero, Endeavor. Who, if you get to know, if you haven't watched season 4, you think he's entirely an asshole. Which he is, but basically in season 4, something happens in season 4 that causes quite a stir for the character. But I'm not going to spoil that. I'll get more into it when I review season 4. That's going to be a while even when I'm done with season 3, that's going to be a little longer. Because I got a movie to review as well. Right, so first up is an obstacle course. Since Deku can't use all for one, one for all. Damn it, I'm getting mixed up again. One for all. Must use his wits, and he managed to get first place. With a few eliminations. Then make up rounds for him to get a chance. We're actually introduced to Class B. A lot of them became recurring characters. They're fun. They just became recurring characters after the arc. One of them has a very cynical personality. He likes to mock them, but he gets knocked out by a student who they consider to be the big sister of the classroom. They're fun. And Season 3 introduces us to 3 new characters too that become recurring. Especially book 1 that gets focused on in Season 4. We get 2 focuses in the first arc of Season 4. I cannot wait to talk about that. It's actually one of the best seasons, in my opinion. One of the great emotional stories with a great interesting character. Anyway, of course, now it's about special battle type of thing. Basically, you and a team of 3 must compete, must wear headbands with points. Those are the highest points wins. So yeah, the highest points. Deku has no one to do because people actually has 10 million points. And this is all hosted by the R-rated hero Midnight. Yeah, she's called the R-rated hero. For a lot of reasons, she's very lewd. I get how they make fun of that. Now, the Anarchat later on in the series, her best costume was very risque. You know, more exposed than her current outfit. Yeesh. I think it pokes fun at the sexy as female superheroes in comics. I really started to poke fun at the female superheroes in comics, how they like to wear very unique outfits. Like Wanda, like Scarlet Witch. She wears a suit, a one-piece suit. You know? Boots and gloves and a cape. No skirt or anything, just a one-piece suit with a skirt, with a cape, gloves, and boots, and a little headgear thing. And look at Mystique in the X-Men films. She's mostly naked for some reason. Again, I want to be realistic, but why naked? That's literally the only time an actress has to be naked on screen. And she's covered up in makeup. I may talk about the X-Men films on my main channel someday. Because best take a saber topic for that when it comes up. I'm sorry, it gets very, very complicated later down the line. Right, so, I'm pretty sure the Japanese actors more. Sorry, Ida won't join Deku's team because he wants to be Deku's rival. He wants to grow himself. That's why he become Deku's rival. But Uraraka joins Deku because she's nice. And she gets a brilliant moment in this arc. She's one of my favorite characters in this specific arc. She gets one of the best fights. Second best fights at the arc, more likely. I'll get there. And Bakugo pisses everyone off. So the second person to join Deku's team is a girl named Hakane. Whereas she wants to study something different. She's more of a gadgeteer. Basically more Iron Man-like role, in a way. As you know, Iron Man builds his own tech. So he supports more of a support team who builds gear for heroes. You know, the suits and everything, the gear. And she's very crazy and loves her machines. She makes team up with Deku might help her promote her technology more. Yeah, so I think she goes a recurring character herself. I like her in all right. And the third person Deku Deku gets to join is Tokoyami. Now, this character appeared before, didn't have much, but I like how they expand a little more on this character in this season. We get to see more of him than just sounding like random lines, some speaking in the background most of the time. So, Tokoyami is pretty distinguishable from the rest of the cast. One thing, it may look human from the top down, except his face. His face looks more like a bird's for some reason. His quirk is called Dark Shadow, and it's very interesting. As it says, it's a shadow, but it's more sentient in a way. And his face, the darker it gets, the harder it gets to control, but its strength increases. But it's a different situation when it's day. It's easily controllable, but it's weaker. So, that's a powerful quirk. And Tokoyami does great in this arc. So yeah. They nearly lost, but thanks to Tokoyami and Dark Shadow's quick thinking, managed to move on to the next round. Meanwhile, Ojima, the guy with the tail, yes, he has a tail for some reason. And it's not like any other other quirk users, random background characters have animal features. This is more human-like, with just a bit of hair on the top. So it's more of a power type thing. I don't care how having animal features will make you strong, unless you have the instincts. What else? Anyway, the next round is a tournament fight. Yep, we get a tournament round. As you know, I love tournament arcs. I just like the fighting, the tense battles, without any fear of death. Rooting for main characters to win this tough fight. That's why I like tournament arcs. As you know, tournament arcs are only written in when the writer can't think of anything to do for the next story. So while working on a tournament, once they're done working on the tournament arc, they can still have time to think about what they plan to do for the next story. Which makes a lot of sense. Rocky himself has been advised to do that, but he refused to do it. But a JoJo tournament fighter would be cool too, though. Like, stamps. Like, I'm surprised JoJo hasn't had many more games. But still, I did play Eyes of Heaven, by the way. It's a good game. I haven't completed it, though. But I want to complete it. And I think I should play more of it when I'm more familiar with the characters. Well, note, if you play the game, don't play as Johnny Joestar. He's not a bad character. He's just crap to play as in the game. It's just tough to play as he crawls. When he's attacked when he's on his horse, he gets knocked off, and you have to move as the character without the horse. So it's tough to move those attacks. So yeah, that makes it a lot tougher. That's why I don't like playing those game much. It's tricky. I'm not against hard fans. It's just saying it's too tricky for me to play. I'm going off topic again. A lot of good fights in this tournament. I'm learning about Todoroki's family. As in, Ender's a dick, and he's Todoroki's father. We're about marital quirk marriage assessment. Especially like arranged marriages, but more with quirks in mind. About how specific quirks which quirks work together with two people that leads to arranged marriage. That's how Todoroki's mother met his dad. But Enderbird pushed her to the limit and snapped, where she poured boiling water on Todoroki's face, causing this on his left side more simply, causing a burn scar to appear. As you know, Todoroki has two powers. Specifically, he has two hair colors: the fire of his dad, Endeavor, and the ice of his mother, who's now in a psychiatric hospital because she's been driven to insanity by his dad. Real bad makes you hate Endeavor the most. That's why he's only going to use his ice powers instead. So he's going to win it. That's his own downside about using his. He just uses his ice has a limit. He could literally get frostbitten if he doesn't use his fire powers. So it's reckless and dangerous. Not many good fights throughout this arc. Deku's first fight in the tournament was pretty good against the guy with hypnosis. We actually see the previous users of One for All just more clouded. So All Might was a little surprised Deku was able to see that quickly. It didn't take All Might till a while for that. Oh, by the way, the series actually did open up with a scene in an abandoned plate, a weird apartment complex or something, where All Might's constructed someone he must be higher up than him or something. And he's actually, All Might's full name is real Toshinori Engi or something. One of his first name is Toshinori. Yeah, that's literally his name. Oh yeah. And this arc supported Cal as well, set Deku as well. Each character gets another fight. Bakugo as well. I'll be the troll ass, so he is. And one of the best fights is with Uraraka. She's up against Bakugo. But it's one of the best fights. I'm not going to spoil much of it, but Uraraka lost, but she fought hard to live up to her dream of becoming a hero, getting money to support her family. Yes, that's what she wants. Money, but not in a selfish way. She's doing it for her family. That is noble. I like how other characters in Knowledge, he does doing things with his hands. Like, he literally does things with his hands like this. Or this. I don't know why he does that. I don't think we ever get an explanation of that. On the next... So, another fight goes between Deku and Todoroki. That's one of the best fights of the arc. As I said, Uraraka's fight against Bakugo was second best. But nothing beats Todoroki versus Deku. Deku even used one for all he can. Even if he injured his fingers to the point of brink, damaging them the most. A lot of fractures in them. He managed to get Todoroki to use his fire side. I think Todoroki actually starts to respect Deku. The fight goes to Todoroki now. Not because because of the interruption. And Deku had to be healed, causing him to have a permanent, after surgery, causing him to have a permanent scar on his hand. That scar was served as a reminder of what he did. Some more growth. Todoroki begins thinking now, and he ends up losing his fight against Bakugo in the finals, causing Bakugo to win. It's lucky it seems for Bakugo. All Might gave Todoroki some advice. Everybody hates All Might. So yeah. Meanwhile, Ida went off after hearing something happened to his brother. See, in Hoshu City, where his brother is stationed, was at the time, he ended up confronting the hero killer Stain, who was set up at the end of season 1. But as I said, he is in this point part of the story. He will be set up for the next arc. I don't really care. It's not really immediate. They do something up, but it's not immediate that they focus on him, that story. A little annoying, since this first arc goes on pretty long. So yeah. Bakugo's pissed. I didn't get a good fight. Things are shit. So yeah, Ida's brother is now in hospital, quickly injured. And that's a effect on Ida, who looks up to his brother. Basically, I don't think I mentioned this, but Ida families being generational heroes. His brother is a great hero he respects, who's truly willing to help people no matter what. And I really do get Ida's motivations. But this has a big effect on him in the next arc. Anyway, after that arc ends, months go by. But during this whole time, All Might was informed about possibility of someone he knows survived. Someone he thought he defeated. A man named All For One. We don't get much history about him until after the second arc. So yeah. So yeah. They get a bit of a break with all the characters choosing their hero names. And, well, Deku goes by Deku. Something that Uraraka said in that, saying that his Deku won't mean useless. It'll mean you can do it. I like how I like how the class becomes friends. Like Tire class. Unlike other anime side schools, so I focus on a small group of characters. We get to focus on the entire class. And they become friends. I like that. They also have friend groups, but they're all friends in their own way. I like that. Anyway, so now choosing their hero names. Aizawa's on his bandage now, but he's got a scar on his eye. Anyway, so they get assignments under heroes for part-time work. You'll learn under them for a couple of weeks. When each hero gets chosen, go different places. Deku goes to a place of a man named Gran Torino. Someone All Might knows very well. He used to be a teacher at UA when All Might was a student. Alright, we find out how Aizawa got the name Race Ahead. He just didn't care for the names. So Aizawa, he's just funny. Anyway, after that, Magneto gets stationed in Hosho City, the place where his brother was attacked. And you know what he's after. He's going after the hero killer. So Deku goes training under Gran Torino. He's an old foe, but he was a friend of All For One For All's predecessor. All Might's predecessor. Who he didn't tell Deku though that she died. He doesn't specifically say she, but we find out it's a female in season 3. But I say she now though, okay? So after that, Deku learns how to control One For All, to make it his own. He only can use 5% of it right now, but he'll eventually grow to use 100%. We're going to see what 100% looks like in the future. But now though, it's just green. So the markings that appear every time he uses the power now goes up to his entire body, turning it into green light. Deku's agility managed to increase now. So yeah. Anyway, Gran Torino takes him out to test them some criminals. Oh. Hero Killer Stain teamed up the League of Villains was Toma Shigaraki, the guy leader of the attack on USJ. He says a bunch of normals because he does not like Killer Stain. We also learn about normals. They have multiple quirks. That's why the execution of All for One. As an experiment, it's going to be dumb. Again, it sounds like All for One as their BIOS. Anyway, Ida eventually confronts the hero killer. But Val breaks into his quirk. Ida was out for revenge. His brother can no longer be a hero. So yeah, Ida's blinded by revenge. Deku, who goes out to the steel bullet train after Gran Torino, finds Ida in the alleyway. After figuring out the specific cities and no. He ends up facing against Hero Killer Stain as well. So Stain's quirk something has to do with cuts. Even if it's a small cut. It'll help Todoroki also solves up thanks to some clever message by Deku. Todoroki tells him that a couple of pros on their way, so they're gonna have to stall him until they come. I learned about his quirk. Stain's quirk allows when he licks someone's blood, causes a temporary paralysis. but depending on the blood type, it's the time limit to until it's over ranges. And so, great fight. The three working together, either realizing that revenge is not the answer, or three managed to take him down. But gone pretty injured in the battle. Yokila was taken into custody. Noel's all taken down as well. Pissing off Shigaraki, who wanted Stain to be overshadowed by his normals, but the opposite happened. He was overshadowed by Stain. Oh, a cool twist of irony. Here's our story, but our thank for their crimes. And they'll just say that Endeavor managed to save them in time. And it has not been made public. So yeah, other times we go in our story, Ida may have several permanent damage to his arm. Because there's sometimes a bit of numbness and stuff. But he's okay. It could be fixed with surgery, but he's not going to do surgery until he becomes a hero. That injury will serve as his motivation to become a hero, to make his family proud, make his brother proud. And that ends the Hero Killer Stain arc. We get an only episode, focus on some of the other characters, and they're doing their time. What they're doing. They have the heroes they assigned under. But most of the episode is dedicated to Tsuyu Asui. Or Sue, as she actually called. Or it's a superhero. So her hero name is Froppy. Because she's a frog. It's clever. Yeah. It's a great, and it's said to be an anime only episode. You can skip it if you want to. But it's a good episode in its own right. It's a nice way to catch up what the other characters were doing this whole time. Anyway, back when the three went back to school, everyone was worried. But now things are safe. Aizawa announced sometime many weeks later or so, Aizawa announces that they're going to a summer training camp after to get stronger, but must pass a midterm exam and practical exam, written and practical. And we know who the top 5 scorers. Bakugo turns out to be third, Deku behind him in 4th, Todoroki 5th, either second. And first, Yaoyorozu. Momo Yaoyorozu. Oh, by the way, actually, during the UA Sports Festival, her battle with Tokuyami affects her. She's lost. Makes her lose her courage in herself. And makes her doubt herself. And that will come effect in this bird arc. So yeah, after doing weeks of written exam, studying math, they had a rumor that the practical exam would be against robots. But the teacher decided to change it. Mainly because it's the best way for students to learn. In case something, there's the whole incidents to be facing off against the teachers. The teachers will be wearing weights as well as a handicap. All 20 kids, 20 students in the class will be paired up into 2 teams. Each team has a great battle down. The important ones are Yaoyorozu and Todoroki versus Aizawa, and Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. I say it's one of the best battles of the arc. Like, seriously. Each character has to either passes or fails. They're great in their own right. Managed to help Todoroki and Yaoyorozu managed to get past the weaknesses and figure out something to stop Aizawa. Now the biggest one is Deku versus All Might. Deku and Bakugo versus All Might, since the two cannot work together as a team. But after a long struggling battle, the two who temporarily put aside their differences to work together. By the way, they do a rescue exercise for fun, race exercise, and people were surprised by Deku's moves, since he's now able to use his quirk more. Bakugo gets pissed that Deku has been getting passing him. What Bakugo do? For only tiny of his internship? He worked under the 4th best hero, who did not like him much. Trying and reform him. Yeah. I don't like Bakugo. I think we know where Bakugo gets his dickheadedness from. But that won't come to play until season 3. Because that's going to be an important story set up there. And then continued on in season 4, setting up one of the best arcs. And continuing with another arc. Well, see, after I'm done with season 3, I'll be reviewing the first movie. Then season 4 and the second movie. Then season 5 and that movie. And its third movie. 2 of those I have not watched. I've not seen season 5 or Hero's Mission. I've not seen them at all. It's gonna be a blind review, guys. I'm actually excited. Once I'm done, I can catch up to season 6. Since the movie released during season 5's run, we haven't got an announcement for a 4th film yet, but most likely be released during season 7. Or maybe season 8, we'll see. So yeah. Those who failed will have to take up a makeup exam because they're all going to the summer camp. It's going to wait for them to get some training done. So wait, they get and go shopping. Everyone separates for now. And Deku ends up running to Tomura Shigaraki, who, in a point in time, has new members of the League of Villains. The 2 of them become important, and more characters will be introduced as well as the League of Villains. I don't like the Japanese actors more than the dub actors. No offense to them, they're great in their own right. I just like the Japanese voices more. Oh, right, that reminds me. In the episode Yaoyorozu Raisen, I had troubles with the subs for some reason. I do not know what was going on there. I wasn't sure it was a problem with the DVD itself or something going on. But the subs froze after the bout, during the bout, during the climax, after the battle of Tokuyami and Sue versus up against the hero who's able to duplicate himself. The subs froze after Tokuyami spoke. So I had to watch it on one of the apps instead. It was only on that episode, by the way. I don't know why. If if everything sorts out with the Blu-ray, then I'll take a look at that. See, if it's not on the Blu-ray, that means it's something on the DVD itself. As a paying for people who want to watch it subbed. So my advice to those who want to watch guys who do subbed, when you get to that episode, make sure you have a backup way to watch it just in case. Like if you have Crunchyroll or something. That's the best way to watch it, just in case something like that happens. Anyway, after the conversation, Uraka came. I noticed Deku's worried face. Shigaraki makes his name, and Deku calls out his name. He leaves. So Deku reports it to the police. You know, his mother was also worried. But before that, Deku was born like One for All for One's history. Years ago, when quirks started to rise, a lot of people feared them and stuff. Person led this group who was able to steal quirks and give them to others. But if he gives them to Sparse, sometimes they end up like brainless dump, like a billion dolls. Similar to Nomu's. He had a brother that's younger and more frail, weaker, who was quirkless, but he actually had a quirk that passed down to the next generation, to others. So, he can't take it on his brother. And he passed down his quirk to future generations to face off. For the generations to face them, and I hope one day All for One will be taken down. And that reached All Might. He managed to beat him, or so he thought. He somehow came back. So, as a real threat now, he's behind Tomoe Shigaraki. And he and All Might and All for One will have a big conflict in Season 3. Yes, that will happen in Season 3. We see glimpses of All for One space, and my god, he doesn't have any eyes. Like some type of scar inside the his face. He's, what, blind? So yeah, look forward to my review of Season 3. This will be important. And after that 2-part arc is done, we got one last arc. But the movie was released in between those arcs. During that specific arc, as we get an episode to tie into it. So, I'll be there when the film comes out. Sorry. Anyway, once I know what Season 3, I'll be reviewing the first movie. Which is one of my favourites. When I got to watch the second film after I watched Season 4. When I managed to collect both parts. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry this video was so long, I did not mean for it. I might rambling later on. But thank you guys for watching. If you want my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification. You'll be up to date when this comes out in the future. I'll see you guys next time for Season 3. But tomorrow I got more anime planned with Hyogo Sky Precure. I got some more anime. Even Eden Zero Season 2. But once I'm done, I'll be, if I have enough, if this video is done uploading and the episode's available, reviewing the second episode of Hell's Paradise. So I can't wait. And so, thank you. I'll see you all next time. Sorry, this video was so long. Kill Phoenix out.